Hi everyone, you're welcome back to another video tutorial. So in this tutorial, we are going to talk about the project brief. So what is a project brief? A project brief is a short, clear and structured document that outlines the key details of a project. So it serves as a blueprint to guide everyone involved on what's expected and why the project matters. So, who creates a project brief? So basically, it depends on the project type and your team structure. So if it's like an agency or studio, you have the project manager creating the project brief. But if it's an in-house team, then you have like your product manager or your team lead to do that. And if it's like a startup setting, then the founder or the product owner is the one that is going to actually create that, because founders wear many hats and all. So if it's like a freelance project, which we are going to be taking this route um, moving forward in this particular course. So if it's a freelance project, which means you are like the solo designer and you're working directly with the client, then you will have to actually set up like a discovery call with the client. And after the discovery call, then you go ahead to set up the project brief for that particular project, and then get on another call with the client to review the project brief and make sure that everybody is aligned with what is expected before moving forward. So what should a project brief contain? So basically, a project brief must contain the project title, the background and contents, the project objective, the target audience, who you're serving with the project, and who you're targeting to convert or whatever, and then the scope, the timeline, the theme. This one is optional too, and the tools that are going to be required, and the budget and the visual or functional references. So the budget is totally optional. If you're actually working in a big team, they might not really put the budget, or yeah, they might not put the budget. But if you're working as a solo designer or a freelancer, obviously you will need to add the budgets in order for you and the clients to know what is expected. And it's optional though, but it's good to add it. Then the visual or the functional references, this has to do with like the mood board. If you have like some references, that's after the client discovery call, that's when you're going to create the project brief. That's if you're a solo designer. After discovery call, you go ahead to create your project brief. Then you jump on another call with the client. Probably you might already have like some mood board, then you attach the link there. So when you and your client is going over the scope and everything, then you can also check out the mood board that you've created to create your to help with your creative direction, and to let the client know what is going to be expected or what the end result might look like. So finally, we are now going to talk about the risks of skipping a project brief. I see this happen a lot of time, and based on my experience too, it's not a good place to be when you don't have a project brief. If you skip a project brief, one, there will be lack of clarity and direction. You won't know where to start designing from, and sometimes you're experiencing creative block and you can't explain the reason why. It's because you skipped the project brief, or probably a project brief was given to you but you don't understand it very well. So the second risk would be misalignment among stakeholders. You won't really know your left and right and all that. So the scope creep and shifting goals. So if there's no clear documentation of the agreement, obviously the client might come back and say, "Oh, I told you to add dark mode." While when you guys spoke the initial time, they'll say, "Oh, it was just light mode that was in the documentation." Sorry, there was no documentation, so there was no um clear scope of what is to be done. And then wasted time and resources, poor communication and confusion because there is no brief. So let's quickly check out like a sample of how a brief should look. So this is an example of how a brief should look. It should have like the title, what is expected of for the project, and then like the name of the company profile. So we are going to be dealing for our project for this particular course. We're going to be talking about the company we are going to be working with is Fresh Cat. So Fresh Cat is a modern digital grocery brand that delivers clean organic products directly from trusted local farms to customers with no middleman. So the brand focuses on healthy living, transparency, and convenience. And they also have a mission to make fresh, organic, farm grown grown groceries accessible to everyone, fast, affordable, and stress-free. That's to your doorstep. And the vision is to become the most trusted organic grocery delivery brand across Africa, starting with clean UI, honest produce, and customer feedback. So now you're not seeing the business objective low key here, and now this is like the project description. So this project involves designing a responsive one-page landing page for fresh cart using Figma. The landing page will highlight fresh cart organic promises, showcase featured products, and simulate a shopping experience and guide users to join a wait list. So that's the call to action. Now this is basically like the feature highlights. You're going to get this document so you can go over it, and this is like the target audience, which is very important. So the age 21 to 40, young professional, university student, working parents, middle class income earners. So let's assume the client has already done the whole research thing, or probably already have like a UX research team that's done this. But if the client hasn't done this, you can also do this yourself. You get so to better inform your decision when you're designing, and also the geographical area where is your clients starting this business, who are they planning to serve? Is it going to be a local brand or or an international brand? You can also go over the deliverables. So this brief was actually done after you must have communicated with the client and jump on a discovery call. So we're also going to talk about the scope. This is like the scope, and then the schedule, and finally the budgeting. This is because we are working as a freelance designer, but if you are in a team, I don't think there will be a need for this budgeting aspect, but this is based on the fact that you're going to be working as a solo designer on this project. So that's for project brief. See you in the next video.